Hello, everybody, and welcome to this. And leave it to EB Games and Gamestop for a blunder. There's been many blunders with EB and GameStop. When I made this channel, I don't want to get incredibly negative. I know my videos so far have been negative, but I want to put a positive spin on things. But when I see shit like this, I have to call it out. The fact that EB Games and GameStop is obviously endorsing this. I think it was EB Games that made the statement, and it was an actual typed up legal kind of statement posted on Twitter, but it wasn't like in the form of a tweet, so they were serious. But claiming that they enhance and enrich, the lives of people who have to work at home by providing them entertainment that you could just obtain digitally, like most people do. I know there's a certain degree of people who like things physical, despite the fact that digitally you own it, but you want that physical component. I mean, obviously, well, you have to own the console to play the game, but yes, I kind of wish I had a million games behind me on a shelf, but it's just been easier to buy digitally. And I think it's irresponsible to go out and stand in line after you were told blatantly not to because of a pandemic. And for this company, um, you know, this so-called company to come out and claim that they are an essential component to society during a pandemic is just beyond the pale. And I think this is just ridiculous. But leave it to them. And they said something to the effect of employees can contact the authorities if they have an issue. Actually, I have it right here. What was it? Oh yeah, due to the products that we carry, they enable and enhance our customers' experience working from home. What an insulting half-ass. Like somebody was going, oh fuck, what do I write? Like, how do I justify our already irrelevant business in 2020? I'm sorry, where you're incentivized to buy digital deluxe. Everybody's doing it, okay? And I know there's a minority of people who like physical, and I power to you. But I like to think a lot of you who do aren't going to stand in line and kind of go against the recommendations for what we're dealing with here. And they said something to the effect of receiving reports of local authorities visiting stores, so like law enforcement, to enforce closure, despite our classification, which means fucking nothing during a pandemic, and the law enforcing just common sense, I guess. But I suppose greed always doesn't always. Honestly, I'm just I'm without words. I'm neither surprised or shocked, but at the same time, it's just that I didn't think they could go that low, because I'm kind of dealing with a similar, because certain, at least in Ontario, we've had. I think it was announced yesterday that only certain businesses would be operating that were deemed essential, like grocery stores and the liquor store, because of people with dependency issues. And I can understand that, because you just be creating a whole nother problem, really. But no, apparently they enrich the lives of people who work from home, because we know when there's games lying around, we're gonna get a fucking lot done for working from home. It's just beyond the pale. Like what do you say? I can't believe this written up thing. We're all in this together, and we are continuing to monitor the COVID-19 pandemic closely. Well, you're already calling it a pandemic. Oh my God. So this was from EB Games Canada, and we're about satisfying our gamers' demand for the product they want in a manner that protects. Fuck off. No, you want the profit, and you're willing to, disregard the safety of your employees and people showing up, because some people are too stupid to follow these kind of precautions. Like, they just kind of go about their lives as you kind of should, but you need to, if we want to beat this thing. I don't want to get into it, but it's just freaking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, because you go in there to begin with, and they got like EB Games and GameStop, as we all know, has, like, it's basically like you're walking into a closet. Um, it's it's practically, there's only like 6 feet of floor space anyway, like on the sales floor. So there's no avoiding people. There's no creating that distance. And then obviously if you're standing in line, and then once you go in, it's all farts and CO2 at that point. And there's no poorly ventilated. They stink. And generally, us gamers, we don't practice good hygiene anyway. So it's just really a bad idea. But for them to make that corporate PR fucking lingo, insulting language, as if like enable and enhance our customers' experience and working from home. Okay, well, those people would be like, oh, I could go out and buy it digitally or buy it physically, but I should stay home and isolate and quarantine. So I'll do the responsible thing because I just want to play it and buy it digitally. I don't remember the last time I don't think I've ever stood in line for a fucking game, and I know it's it's just not appropriate right now. I have nothing against getting a game on launch and you're super excited and you're standing in line and you want the physical copy. Look, I'm fine with that, but right now it's kind of uh, like we have a responsibility right now to follow what the recommended procedure is in dealing with this pandemic, and this is just not surprising. Not surprising from GameStop at all. I thought they were. I didn't think they could stoop to this low, um, or stoop this low. I think it's just ridiculous. Anyway, it's really a shame, but I think that kind of confirms, uh, you know, because you see tons of videos on YouTube about people, oh, my experience with GameStop and why they suck. I mean, it's all kind of self-explanatory anyway if you've ever been to one, but I think they're all vindicated because this is just, like I said, beyond the pale. Anyway, stay safe, stay quarantined. Don't line up to buy fucking Animal Crossing. Just buy it digitally or Doom Eternal, which I highly recommend, by the way. And yeah, so till next time, take care.